And a 5, a 4. Hey, yeah, whatever. Do what you're doing. I don't know. You just tell me, man. You're the. It's like 7. It's like 7 or 8, my dude. Woohoo! Yep. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty horrible. It's Bosun 6'6". He loved the torment part of it. It's probably his yuan nature, but seeing people ride, even if it's in pain, speaks to him on a level. So real quick, I'm gonna. He's rolled in. Before we do anything, though, we can go ahead and we'll go. I'm gonna go in initiative order. So Gormand, you have 7 rando guesses, and then 2 things I can just tell you. Sounds good. All right. It is the staff of the Midnight Wanderer. All right. Gives you constant shillelagh, whatever. As long as you are attuned to it, which the bosun did not have time to attune to it, which is why this still works. You have advantage with your history checks. Now you know where that comes from. You can cast Alarm once per long rest. It grants a +1 to your attack and damage rolls with both itself and the natural attacks. So, like when you're in druid form of any kind. It has the constant shillelagh. I told you that. It deals +1d4 radiant with any weapon attack or natural weapon attack. So, if you're in a druid form or whatever, and you're doing a natural attack, those will also add a d4 radiant. Up to 4 times per long rest, you can cast Healing Word at level.
How many times you said?
4 times per long rest. It's probably based off your proficiency.
Cast Healing Word.
At 2nd level.
At 2nd level, up to 4 times per long rest. That will be helpful.
It grants you 1 additional starry form use for the day. Or for the short rest. I forget. Is it short rest? It might be short rest. Yeah.
Because technically it pulls from your wild shape, but I suppose this one is only starry form.
Yeah. Yep, that's correct. And then you get 2 additional uses of Cosmic Omen, which that also lets you know that you have something else. Cosmic Omen.
Very nice.
Which might help you to decipher your level breakdown if you choose to be investigatory. All right, that's another known.
Let's see. I think we did figure out my level breakdown was that I was 6.
And 3? Okay. 3. If you're then.
So I should be able to figure that out and get that set up now that I know for sure it's a thing. That's all right.
Yeah.
In my sheet. And then my second big question is, what fighter subclass am I?
Good choice, buddy. All right, you are what is known as a banneret. It's from Forgotten Realms specifically, and it allows you to do a rallying cry whenever you use your second wind. You choose up to 3 to gain 7 to heal 7 hit points and 7 temporary hit points.
Very nice. Yes, so this is the Purple Dragon Knight. Aha.
It may have been changed to Purple Dragon Knight. I know it as Banneret.
Banneret is the non-Sword Coast name.
Gotcha.
Purple Dragon Knight is within the lore of the Sword Coast.
Gotcha.
So perfect. So I'll be able to add those. I guess I've got 7 guesses. Do I have a dex bonus of +2?
You don't.
Do I have a dex bonus of +3?
You don't.
Do I have a dex bonus of +1?
You do.
Do I have proficiency in intelligence saving throws?
No, you don't.
That's 4. Do I have proficiency in charisma saving throws?
Nope.
Interesting.
2 more.
Do I have proficiency in dex saving throws?
Nope.
Do I have proficiency in constitution saving throws?
Yes.
Cool. That's my questions.
All right. We'll go to Maury. Maury, you have 2 known and also 7 rando guesses.
Okay. This might be a big ask, but I'm gonna try.
Sure.
For one of my known questions, can I know what spells I have?
I'll say it's too much. I'll either give you 1 additional one from each level, or I'll give you 1 full level slot.
Let's do 1 from each.
Okay. So what level 1 spells do you know already, so I don't inadvertently give you the same thing?
Cure wounds, good berry, healing word.
Okay. Do you want to roll a d4 or do you want me just to pick?
You can pick.
All right. You know Longstrider.
All right.
All right. What second level spells do you know you have?
I have hold person.
Okay. See, a good one that you would enjoy right now. Calm Emotions.
Nice.
That's a good spell and very, very apropos for your character build. All right. What's your third level spells known?
Beacon of hope, plant growth, and speak with dead.
Okay. You also know Mass Healing Word.
All right.
All right. What fourth level spells do you know?
Charm monster.
All right. Let's see. You also know Stone Skin.
All right. And then 5th is wall of stone.
Okay. You also know Mass Cure Wounds. And then, do you know all your cantrips? You should have 4. So if you only have like 3, then
Let me see. Cantrips. I have 2. Resistance and spare the dying.
okay. You also have guidance. So that's
Nice.
so people can guidance. All right. You can do that again if you want to know more of your spells for your other known, or if you want to just change directions or whatever, you can do that.
My other known, I want to know the details about my gloves.
All right. The Holy Healer's Hands of the Stone Giant Watcher set your strength to 23 and add 2d6 to any healing or temporary hit points that you grant.
Can you say that again?
They set your strength to 23 and add 2d6 to any healing or temporary hit points that you grant. So that even includes like your chef feat, stuff like that. So every time that you would heal someone or give them temporary hit points, you add 2d6 to it.
Nice.
Okay.
That is super cool.
All right. 7 randos.
I think I'm just gonna go through skills and ask for proficiencies. Do I have proficiency in survival?
You do.
Ah, nice. Do I have proficiency in athletics?
You don't. You have relied on your gloves.
Okay. Let's see.
Give you a little bit of backstory lore.
Religion.
Nope.
Nature.
Nope.
Perception.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 2.
Nice. Investigation.
Nope.
Insight.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Very nice. Moving right along, making it easy peasy lemon squeezy. Meep, 2 known and 7 randos.
I would like to know my current max HP.
72.
I would also like to know my fighting style.
You are a blessed warrior.
Do I get to pick the cantrips?
I'm gonna say you went low key enough on both your asks. I'm gonna give you the fullness of it. Blessed warrior, word of radiance, and spare the dying were your choices. Word of radiance, you can AOE blast everything right next to you that you choose. It doesn't have to be. You can choose foes only, and it's a radiant, like little aura boom. 5 feet. It doesn't go very far, but it's if you're surrounded.
Word of radiance and what?
Spare the dying.
Fate of the dying.
Spare the dying.
Spare the dying. Gotcha.
Yeah, because you wanted to possibly give people a chance to change their ways.
Okay, and I have 7 guesses. You said
7 randos. Yep. Only Azuria and Amber have a plethora of more than 7.
Let's see. I'm not sure if my strength, if any of my other stats are going to come into play. But is my strength a positive modifier?
Yes.
Is it a +2?
Nope.
+1.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a prerequisite for multi-classing, so you could guess. I would let you get 1 rando guess back, because if it's not a +2, you know that it's probably not higher than that. So you could probably guess what the minimum requirement is as needed for multi-classing into a paladin.
Oh.
I'm helping you out. That'll give you 4 more still.
Yeah. I guess what the minimum requirement is for multi-class. I don't even know where to find the requirements for multi-classing in the handbook.
Most of them only have you need 1 stat at 13. That's a weird one where you need 13 strength, 13 charisma. There's I think 1 or 2 others that have a double stat requirement, but it's not many.
Okay. I think I'll hold the rest of my guesses for now.
Okay, 4 left.
May I interject a question?
You just did. You want to do it again?
I would. I recall you saying early on when I cast Moonbeam, but that I remembered something about my staff increasing the power of my Moonbeam.
Yeah, that was the it's basically adding +1 because you're casting through your staff, so it's adding.
So I guess then to understand, do spells that I cast through my staff gain a +1 damage?
Grants +1 attack and damage rolls with itself and any natural attack. So if it's your focus, so you cast through it.
I just know that Moonbeam isn't an attack, so I don't know if that applies in this case.
Damage, I guess.
Okay.
Just be a damage.
+1 bonus to magic damage. Full stop.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much.
So. All right. Moving right along. Amber, Jack, are you ready? Are you active? Are you good? Or do you want to wait because you're driving?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Good job, buddy.
I actually did have to go off and then back on again.
Okay.
I guess one of the knowns is
yeah, so you have 2 knowns and 18 randos, so because you keep saving.
So I guess one of the knowns is any homebrew thing. I know that I figured out about my suit, but is there anything else that's homebrew?
Okay, so technically magic items could argumentatively be always homebrew, so that's fine. But your homebrew is your monk path or whatever, and you are the champion wrestler.
Okay.
When you hit with an unarmed strike, you may immediately initiate. You may even a key point to cause disadvantage.
You're
may
cutting
grapple
out for me. Are you cutting out for the others as well?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're
No.
fine.
It's fine. There's a lot going on right now. Cheyenne decided that she wants to finish her movie more than she wants, which is fine. Nothing. Yeah, I thought you wanted to hang out down here. It's cool if you just want to be around. I mean, that's cool. I like you around, so that's cool. But I thought you were wanting to come down to like listen, so it's fine. Enjoy your movie.
Half listening, half one.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So, wrestler. When you hit with an unarmed strike, you may immediately initiate a grapple. You may spend 1 key point to cause disadvantage, and you may grapple a number of targets equal to your number of limbs. So for you, that's 4, which is part of why they wrote "stay away."
Hey, give me 1 second.
Sure. All right, that was your 1 second. Now,
Just a clarifying question because I forgot for a sec. My gloves turned my strength to 23 total.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh. Don't remember which giant that makes you, but cool. Nice. I don't know.
Stone giant.
Mm.
Holy healing hands of the stone giant warrior.
Watcher.
Stone giant Watcher.
Watcher. I was
Yep.
wrong.
What? Who are?
Wrote it down
who are
wrong.
Watching?
Who is she?
Oh,
Who is
oh.
he watching?
Who is she?
Background
Watching-
in a
Watching
fight,
who?
in a fight with some stone giants, you showed great poison compassion, and they named you Stone Brother, which is the highest honor that they can give anybody who's not a stone giant, and they offered to craft you those gloves, which they normally reserve for their highest level shamans.
Nice. We're watching our enemies catch these holy healing hands.
They're catching them with heals on them. They're catching them with heals, for sure. The thing that you did most with the strength is carry people off the battlefield.
Nice.
Man, that is a very long second for Jack.
It happens.
Well, I didn't think that this person in front of me would take longer than they are. Actually, they're moving now. So 1 second.
All right, see it.
One eternity later.
SpongeBob. So yeah, you basically have, because of your level, you have 3 different things that have you've gained as part of this, and then the base thing was what I already said. So the last things to add to it are the power move and the finisher, and I'll explain those for you.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So yeah, when you hit with an unarmed strike, you may immediately initiate a grapple. You may spend a key point to cause disadvantage, and you may grapple a number of targets equal to the number of your limbs. So for you, that's 4, because you're a human with 2 arms, 2 legs. You have the power move, which costs 1 key point, and use an action to deliver a powerful attack. You roll a perform check and add your highest stat and then for each 4 of the total, you deal 1d8 plus your highest stat. So for example, if your highest stat maybe was a 20, and so that means maybe 5. So you'd roll a perform check and add 5 after the perform check, and for each 4, that's how many d8 you get to deal with your power move. You have to. The requirement is that you have something grappled already. The finisher, a bloodied target or a target that you have grappled. So you could finish her from across the ring. You spend 3 key points and make either an acrobatics or athletics check, and add your charisma modifier. Every 3 points deals 1d10 plus your highest 2 stats. It takes longer because it has to be bloodied, or you have to have it. Yeah, or it has to be bloodied and grappled. Sorry, I said or, but I meant and. Sorry, but yeah, you can if you like run across the room or whatever, and then you got him, then you grappled him, then you can do it. Yeah, but anyway, bloodied. All right, yeah, there you go. That was one of your asks. What's your next ask?
The next one would be, I guess, does Amber have any like rivals?
I mean, you were not a fan of someone called John Talbane.
Not a fan of what?
Someone called John Talbane. He was a noble who got cursed with lycanthropy, and apparently destroyed a whole village. And it was like you hearing about that caused you to start investigating something other than your professional wrestling career, and helping you to decide that you want to do more than just that. And that was like what led down the path of you trying to more outgoing and go to more like events and signings and different things, showing up and like meet and greets and stuff. And because you were trying to get information from the people about what they knew about this man. But as far as in the ring, no, it's actually kind of like a family for the most part. Like everybody, like there's times when like different people will throw a match or whatever so that it can keep the storyline going, because a big part of it is storyline. So like there's real matches, like those are more like the championship things, and then there's like along the way to tell the story. Because unfortunately wrestling is pretty much mostly fake. But anyway.
Yeah, I think I'll just wait on the guesses.
All right, so Jack will never guess. Got it. All right. Azuria, you have 11 rando guesses and 2 known.
Okay, is it for one of my known? Can I know what other spells I know?
So very, very similar.
Or similar to Mori?
You
Like-
can know either one's full level slot, or you can know one from each.
Do I even have that money left?
I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. That's part of what you're doing here. Tell me what your question is. Tell me what I want to know.
Hold on. I can't see Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
It's super tiny. Where'd my mouse go?
Well, maybe after some cheese. Squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeaky.
Oh, there it is.
Squeakity squeaker.
Ooh.
Squeak squeaking.
Okay. How much more? Yes, I'm just gonna go with one of each. Because if we're gonna do combat, it would be nice to know what I have available to me.
All right.
A little bit more. I already know Ray of Frost, Frost Fingers, and Rhymes Binding Ice.
Okay. And no, I guess you don't know that yet. You only just used it. Okay, so those are the only ones you know?
Yes.
All right. Then one of these is moderately useful at level 1. The other one is not going to be useful too much for the purposes of what you're doing here. There's like one minor thing that it could work for, but that's a very obscure reach, and that's just me making myself happy. But anyway, I'll tell you, level 1, Silvery Barbs. That's probably going to be the one that you're going to want to use.
Okay. Yeah. I can.
And then number 2, both of those are quite useful for you and for story purposes and whatever. So Do you want to flip a coin, or do you want me to go alphabetical, or what do you want me to do?
Okay, so that's a first level spell, Silvery Barks, and I have one other first level spell. You're saying?
No, I'm going to second level.
Okay.
I told you have 2 other first level spells,
Okay.
and I'm telling you at second level you have 2, and you get to pick one of these, or
Okay,
or whatever.
I'm taking notes.
Okay, it's fine.
I never take notes.
Oh, I'm on.
So,
Don't tell.
okay, what's my second level? Flip a coin.
Okay. We're gonna go alphabetical. High is higher on the alphabet, like closer to A. We'll go with that. All right. Mirror image.
Okay, cool. So this
And-
is second level, and it's mirror image. And did I hear you implied that there was one other second level spell?
Yes, I did inform you of that.
Okay.
And then I will give you. So I will help out. I will say, because you already know that you have the mage hand.
Mhm.
I told you that from before, so you know you have mage hand. You know you have ray of frost. Winterfang strike is a cantrip for you,
Okay.
and then I'll
So
just give
only know up to second level spells.
correct.
Okay.
And shocking grasp is your other, so you know all your cantrips.
Okay. So
do
Winter
that.
Fang Strike.
Yep. That's the one
And-
where you make a melee or ranged attack as part of your weapon attack, like
Mhm. And then the other one was grass something.
shocking grasp.
Chopping grass.
Shocking grasp.
Grass.
Yeah.
Shocking grasp with a P.
Uh.
All right. So that's one of your
Okay.
known. Your other known.
Okay. Did I ever figure out what subclass of elf I am?
Well, elves aren't subclass, so.
No. So yeah, you mean subrace, but no.
Yeah, subrace.
Yeah. So
Did
is that what
I?
you didn't?
Okay. I want to know. I want to know what my subrace of elf
Okay.
is.
So you are half Dawn Elf. Dawn Elf is my variant of the Sun Elf. So it's or High Elf is what you might know it as, and that's why you have an additional cantrip. And that can help you to know some of your other things that you have, like the Dark Vision, some of your Fey ancestry and such. Might help you know some of your languages. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this because it's highly important. Since you did that and you knew most of what you had already anyway, I will tell you one of your ability score increases was the feat Elven Accuracy,
Okay.
which is phenomenal. It is way OP.
All right. I have 11 guesses. You said.
11 randos.
I know I have expertise in performance. So
You do have expertise in performance.
I know that. So let me see. Am I proficient in sleight of hand?
You're not.
Am I proficient in persuasion?
You are.
Okay. Persuasion. Okay. Am I proficient in investigation?
You're not.
Am I proficient in deception?
Surprisingly, no.
Okay, how many was that?
That was 4. You have 3 left, or
4.
you have 7 left. No, 5. It was 5. You have 6 left.
It
Sorry.
was 5.
Yeah.
Am I proficient in... I'm not proficient in stealth. Am I proficient in sleight of hand?
You already asked that one.
I already asked that one? Okay. Great. I should have gone in order. Am I proficient in Arcana?
Nope.
Am I proficient in Deception?
No, you asked that one already.
Oh. Am I proficient in History?
Nope.
Am I proficient in Insight?
Yes. You got 3 left.
Okay. Insight. Am I proficient? I've already asked Intimidation, right?
No, you did not.
Am I proficient in Intimidation?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Intimidation. How many proficiencies do you get?
I don't know. There's feats. There's a lot of things that can change all that.
It varies a lot.
It
Yeah.
does vary a lot.
They have amnesia, so they're still learning stuff.
A lot of it's from your background.
Yeah, I always do it.
And your class 2. when
I'm
you're
out of
Rouge.
touch with that because when I have my players make their characters, I don't pull them from it. Their
Shouldn't-
thing. I just say you have 6, put them wherever you think is necessary that makes sense for your backstory.
That's nice.
I'm never sure.
That's interesting.
I never.
Or that you run games. That's a neat little fact to find out, friend.
Yeah.
All right,
I
you got
never understood. Yeah, confining them to a group. Anyway. I have 2 more, right?
2. That's it. Yep.
Am I proficient in perception?
1 left.
Nope. Okay. Do I have expertise in performance? I mean, no.
You already-
No,
you do.
persuasion. I'm sorry.
Yes, you have expertise in persuasion.
Okay, persuasion and performance. All right.
Yep.
Perfect. Thanks. I'm good.
Very well. All right. So, top of the order, the surprisey surprise has happened because it's all said and done. So none of you are now surprised. So now reactions can take place. Which the nice thing about evasion is that it doesn't require you to use a reaction to get it. You know? But anyway. All right, let's see if he recharges or not. He doesn't. You lucky sons of guns. All right, well, that just means he's going to... Let's see. I don't have a figure for him because I did not expect you guys to be that kind to him, and I appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna. So he's gonna do a tail slappy spin thing, to try to knock both Azuria and Gorman prone.
If you want to pick between turns a random, you can pull tokens from the assets. There should be Fantasy Rounds base tokens that you can just grab if you want to pick a token to stand in, and you can just have a picture there.
No. So I completely miss Gorman. Well, actually, maybe not. Your AC is one of the lowest here, so maybe
It's
not.
true. As far as I'm aware, my AC is 15.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
If
Well,
I have protection, it's 16.
a 2 is still not enough. He's got a high plus, but it's
that
not
high.
13. Not 13. But a nat 20 though. That nat 20.
Where is he at?
He is roughly here.
Yeah.
Because he Latin bolted us. Or
So,
acid bolted us.
I need you to make a strength save, Azuria.
A strength-based say
Strength saving throw. Strength.
strength saving throw. Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say if you didn't pass, I have aura protection. No, actually you have to be within 10 feet of me. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, yours seems larger, but it's not that large. But okay, so you will succeed. So you may have rolled just enough. So you are not knocked prone.
Yay!
But you will. I should double click that. That's on me. Slowing the game down. Sorry. You will take 8 points of damage.
No.
All right. And then he will. He doesn't realize this, but he's going to claw you because you must be easier to hit.
Me?
Yeah, he's actually less likely to hit you than he is to hit
But he doesn't
Micah.
know that because he only successfully hit you, so he assumed that I'm difficult, and apparently he
Yep.
is hitting you. So
Yeah, that first claw is hitting you. That second claw is. It's just hitting you. That second claw is just hitting you. So that may tell you or whatever. All right. So 4, 1 acid, 4 poison. So 4 piercing slash, 1 acid, 4 poison, and you add 3 to that. So I forget. You have Autumn Crescendo. You resist acid damage, so the 1. We'll just say that it negates the 1. I like the idea of that because he rolled so bad. So yeah, so 4, 8, 11. You take an 11 on that claw, and then we'll roll again for the damage. All right, so we got the claw plus 3, so that's 8. Acid of 3 turns to 1, so 9. And poison of 1, so 10. Okay. All right. And then he is going to burrow and attempt to flee, which will give both Azuria and Gorman a chance to finish him off as he runs.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the Staff of the Midnight Wanderer, you specified that it gives a +1 to attack and damage rolls of natural attacks as an animal, of the staff attacks, and to its spells. You also mentioned the +1d4 radiant to its attacks and natural attacks. Is that specifically the staff's damage or spell damage cast with the staff?
It's the physical part.
Just the staff's damage. Good.
Yeah, like it wouldn't work on a whatever. But so right now you're gonna be rolling, and you're gonna have a plus, and then you're gonna roll a d8 and a d4 plus.
Dang. I rolled a total of 10.
Can I attack you?
Why did you have disadvantage?
Oh, because it thinks I'm prone. Would you mind unproning me?
Micah.
I know. It happened when I was fixing my HP last time. I forgot, and I don't think I ever fixed it.
All right, try again, you turd.
That's better. 15 total damage. D8, D4, and 5.
Yeah. So now you know that with the +1, that number should be higher.
Yes, it should. Why did the effect not apply? Oh, that's why the effect didn't apply. There we go.
And then
now my stuff should apply correctly.
And you know that the damage should be 1 higher. So
yeah,
good.
Just so I can check.
All right.
Perfect. Now it's working. Continue.
Azuria, you see that he's about to finish it off. Do you want to go ahead and claim the credit by killing, like stabbing extra and making it look like you killed?
Sure.
That's super on brand for you, but it's totally not necessary.
Yeah.
So do you want us to continue being extra? All right, do it.
Yeah. I'm assuming that we're attacking at the same time, so.
Yeah, totally.
It
But
will look like we both finish him off.
I was just going in order, like of both in terms of how he hit you and also in terms of the initial.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so 100% that will definitely hit with Autumn Crescendo.
Okay, so that's a 1d8.
Ridiculous amount of damage. Because you get sneak attack on this because an ally is a threatening ally is there. So
how many does that? How many dice? Do I need to be rolling?
78.
78?
Yeah.
Crazy rogue.
Hold on. I gotta remember how many.
You make other rogues blush.
Rouge.
How many...
Micah, you get an inspiration for that because that just made me happy. But
here, I could roll 5. So this is my sneak attack. And then I'm going to roll 1, 2 of cold damage.
I was about to ask. Everyone is muted.
I don't know. I did it for a second to talk to somebody.
I can't say I have a good plan, but I have a plan. Not for this guy.
You're
I'm not
gonna
worried about
get your
this
character killed.
guy. I'm gonna get all our characters killed. That's the problem. Technically, we're already probably all together going to get all of our characters killed.
You gonna get marked.
Yup.
You do not have enough HP to be standing in the front lines this often.
This just kind of happened this time. I plan to stay behind cover as much as possible during the big fight.
You failed.
And you failed.
Alright,
Welcome to
so
Standing Up
what was
School.
the ridiculous amount of damage? What was that? 36 plus some stuff that you don't know the full amount of. So yeah, so Micah, you whap it and he looks like he's about to pass out, but Azuria just like moves this blade so like terrifyingly well that for a half moment you look at her sideways like is she part demon? Like, is she like a demigod in disguise? Like, what is the situation here? Azuria, go ahead and roll a performance check, because obviously you're going to be like, I killed it, guys, I killed it. Or whatever that is for you. But
Normal humanoids aren't supposed to move that fast.
okay. If let me see. Meep, Meep the Suddenly Brave, you're impressed. So maybe maybe she's a little lazy, but when she does show up, she shows up really, really well. Amber, you can tell a good performance when you see one. She is definitely milking it. She is definitely trying to get the crowd. No wonder she was your fan club president. And then everyone else is like they're also in awe. So, all right, yeah, he's super murdered. So out of the combat or whatever. Yeah. Did you guys already loot him from everything? Or did you just get the staff out because he was still buried and wearing some of it?
Cutting the staff out, I would like to pull the cloak, the robe of the haunted martyr off of him.
Okay. Okay, you can spend a short rest if you want to attune to it.
We'll have to identify and check it as we do. Look to the others. How does everyone look like they're doing besides me?
Everybody has some damage. Azuria looks particularly ouched.
And to
It's
clarify,
almost like he really wanted to return that favor to him.
And to clarify, we gotten the intent, the feeling that that was the path to his boss, is what we understood. Is that right?
That blue arrow?
Yeah.
I mean, it's either that way or the other way. The right. It's one of those two.
I look to the
got
others.
suspicious before we got full confirmation on that.
We
Alligator
should
view.
potentially take a rest, whether it be a shorter or longer one.
All right, hold
Especially
on
if
1 second. I gotta put Cheyenne to bed, and
We'll talk
And then I'll be
amongst, we'll talk amongst ourselves. Given what we know about his boss, I have the feeling that we'll need to be at our best when we face him. What do you all think?
Long rest is a good idea.
Perhaps
I
we
agree.
can go over to that cave area we'd found with the empty fire pit.
Oh, yeah, with the mysterious wall.
What mysterious wall?
There's a mysterious wall in that room. I don't think so. That's not a good place to take a long rest. What if somebody pops out of it and murders us all?
Should we wait for God to get back?
Why would we do that? Come to the cave of peace and happiness. I'm sure it'll be
Cave
fine.
of Wonders! No.
I'm sure it'll be fine. If something attacks us, we'll just kill it.
I randomly have a song from Enchanted stuck in my head, and I have no idea why.
It's a good movie. Underrated. Easily forgotten, but very, very good.
Very good.
One of you said Cave of Wonders, and now I have an Aladdin song stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Not really.
I have my staff, which does slightly more damage now, which is good because we're gonna need it. How do I cast divination? I'm not high enough level for spell slots for divination, but I have it on my spell list because Mori found that I could cast it, but I don't know why I can cast it.
What?
Your character had remembered a few sessions ago that I can use divination and revivify. But divination is
I knew you could cast Revivify. I think you might have remembered the divination thing from my prompting.
Anyway, divination is a spell I presumably can cast and have up to 3 uses of. But it's a 4th level spell, and my maximum spell slots are 3rd level, because I'm a 6th level spellcaster. So
except for crazy things like homebrew.
Except for crazy things, so I might have 4th level spell slots, who knows? God is back, good. God, we decided very quickly that we all like rest idea, so some of us were heading over to the rest rock.
Okay. Sounds good. Are we? And we're short resting.
We were talking about a long rest to get spell slots and stuff back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to
But-
mention HP.
While we head over there, I pull
Have we
Sergeant ahead, as I would like to talk to him for a moment.
Okay.
Have
So-
we even taken a long rest this entire time?
Nope.
We have
Nope.
not.
We've
No,
not.
you
I
haven't.
think
So
we've
yeah,
taken
I think
one
it's about
short.
time.
Fair enough.
I think it's about time that we
Pulling the
short rest.
sergeant away.
We've been riding them hard and putting them up wet.
Yes, lad.
All right.
I know we've both fought for a long time. We're both used to this. Based on the way the lizard was talking, the way he spoke of the great worm, I worry we may not make it out of this one. I know you and I are prepared for it, but I'm not sure about the others. Should we persuade them to try to flee? If they even can be persuaded.
Well, I've been in quite a few combats, and from what I can tell, these people here with us are formidable in their own ways. It sounded kind of Irish.
It's fine. They're neighbors. Yeah. Great. I love it.
I do sympathize with your concerns for their lives. I also want to make sure that everyone is safe and well kept. But I think in this situation, it's better for all of us to stick together and have a combined effort rather than split up what few forces we already have.
I understand your wisdom and the desire to succeed. I'll take your advice. Hopefully we'll make it out of this alive. Not? No, put the hand on your shoulder. It's been a pleasure serving with you, friend.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder as well. I am fortunate to have known you.
I'll call
Yeah,
the others as they follow over. Everyone, the sergeant says he's planning something splendid for our dinner.
I will quickly start whipping out food supplies for dinner.
That's totally fine. So, the way that your long rest cooking works, you can make just 8 of these and just have them, and you can give them out. It's a bonus action to munch the snack. It's basically going to be 3d8 and 2d6 temporary hit points that everybody will start with.
3d8 and 2d6.
Yeah, and since there's only 5 of you, you could all have one started off with it right off the bat.
Nice.
Do I roll that?
Each person can roll for themselves. It's fine. You could roll just one and just see how good you did. I mean, maybe that sounds better. I like that. Yeah. How well did you make this meal? So roll 3d8 and 2d6, and that will be everybody's starting temps.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but
Do I get an inspiration for that?
you'll get an inspiration if you max that on the d6.
No,
You know what? That's pretty cool though. All the same numbers. I'll give you one.
Ooh, 28 temp HP.
The way that I have it right now, Azuria has 2, Meep has 3, Amber and Gormund have 6, and Mori has 5. I'm really surprised, Mori, that you didn't choose to know your name for one of yours.
I'm a sergeant. That's all I really need to know. I help people.
Assuming the others follow us over to the rock cave area, is anyone going to make a fire on the rock?
I mean, I would assume I would need fire to cook, so I could probably do that.
I'm going to investigate the magic wall.
Are you gonna wait until to sleep and then do it when nobody's watching, or do you not even care?
Well, I assume that
it's
we're
fun.
we're making camp, so
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep while there's this wall that someone can come through and murder us, right?
You want to make sure
So,
what? Okay.
I'm just kind of gonna I'm not gonna try to go through it, but I'm gonna see can I set traps? Hey, can somebody set traps or set up something so that you can a tripwire or something so that if someone sneaks up, we know.
I can prepare an
Yeah.
alarm.
Physical mean you could go get the tools and look, but Gorman knows from his staff that he can cast alarm once per long rest.
That's
So-
what I was trying to get at. I was
I
trying to
can prepare
roleplay
an
there.
I can heal you if you get stuck in a trap.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Nice, very nice.
So let me see what's going on with this wall, and then I might need somebody to set. You said you could make an alarm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can prepare an alarm that will
Okay.
It wakes you.
make a
It lets you.
It does make an audible alarm sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet, so it could wake all of us potentially.
Okay, it's different than. There's.
Yeah, it gives me a ping within 1 mile of it,
Oh, okay.
and will guarantee awake me from sleeping, and then it does make a sound, not guaranteed to wake anyone else,
Gotcha.
within 60
Okay.
feet.
I actually kind of like that better, I think. All right. Anyway. All right. So while he's working on that, you go ahead to inspect the wall.
Yes.
How do you wish to inspect this wall?
Put my ear up to it.
Dramatically.
Touch it with my hand.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Make an
How
saving throw.
dare I? Clickety clickety. Oh, thank goodness.
All right. You're leaning to try to do this, to try to see whatever you can start to figure out and learn and ascertain. And as you do, you keep trying to lean, and you keep trying to lean, and you're like, I should have already been against this. And you realize you're about to fall. You catch yourself, and you're like, oh, it's an illusory wall, and so you can just walk through it.
Oh. Okay. Can I stealth?
You want to try to like hide, like you disappeared in the wall.
No. I want to like go through the wall, but I don't. If
You want to
there's
do a
someone
stealth?
behind the wall, I don't want them to know that I'm there.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make a stealth check. Yeah, so you just keep rolling decently well on your stealth checks. So, yeah, I mean, you feel pretty stealthy about this. So, where are you? There you are. All right. So you lean. Come on, move. You lean. You almost fall. You catch yourself, and then you stealth over through that, and you like go into this room that looks like a treasure room. There's like a desk. There's like a bed. It's possible that like this is like in case something goes wrong, someone can like start over from here maybe. But there's a lot of loot in this room, not counting the very comfy bed, the very nice desk.
Okay, so it looks like does it look like someone's been here recently, or like it's been kind of embedded? Like is there a glass that has ice in it that it has condensation on it? If you get my reference.
Is there a layer of dust?
Yeah.
What are the great mysteries of life?
No, it looks like someone has been here maybe within the last month. It's not like the last like couple days for sure. You could guess between a week and 3 weeks, but it starts to get a little vague, hazy to know exactly at a certain point. But
Is this the only entrance to this room?
you want to go around and search the walls?
Yes.
Okay, we'll say 3 checks, one for each directional face.
You're so
Okay.
smart.
Are they investigation?
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
2. Where did it go? 3. Oof.
You go around, you make your way around. By the time you get to the third wall, you're like, yeah, okay, I probably didn't need to worry about any of this. And you're like, nope, it should be fine.
Okay. I guess we'll just
So we'll say that you're here.
Can I go back to the illusory wall and see if no one has anyone noticed that I'm gone?
I've noticed. I haven't said anything though.
I'm very entrenched in cooking. This is
Yeah,
my favorite hobby.
I was going to say that Gorman was busy with the alarm spell, setting up that ritual, because it's free, but it still takes time for him to do all the different little things. And I was going to say that, yeah, Maury was cooking. Only Amber and Meep have not moved. So, were you guys looking around anywhere else during any of that time? Amber and Meep?
They're dead.
It's true. We haven't seen them in 2 years. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jack's about to return.
Jack will return momentarily.
There he is.
Hey, Jack.
I said I think I was starting the fire.
You wanted to come over? Okay. All right. So then, yeah, you might have noticed. You see her. You get the fire started, and you see where she was, and then she just like kind of disappeared.
So yeah, Amber just kind of, I guess,
Sleep your preference.
mumbles under her breath, as always.
Okay. All right. Sam, are you doing anything with Meep?
Sorry,
What are you doing?
You might be.
I got distracted. Sorry.
All
What's
right.
up?
Are you doing anything with Meep? Are you looking anywhere else? Because they said they were going to set up camp. Gorman starts casting a ritual spell. He's making some designs, different things in the same markings, and then Maury is working on dinner.
Yeah, I guess just sit around.
Okay, so then if you're just sitting and hanging out, then you would see.
Maybe trying to figure out what my prepared spells are.
Okay, we'll give you a second then to look at that. Then, let's see. We'll say if you are unsuccessful, it's because you noticed Azuria. If you are successful, it's because you didn't notice Azuria. So go ahead and give me a history check. All right. Why not? It won't be super important, but you could use it for something clever. You know Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth.
Nice.
It's a big thing about whether or not someone's trying to actually redeem themselves or just seem that way to get out of trouble.
Thicket's favorite spell that he doesn't have.
Which is why you keep asking other people to cast it.
All right. So yeah, Azuria, looks like you're basically okay. So what do you want to do then? Anything?
I'm gonna hop back out and say, let's just do the alarm on the entrance, because this doesn't seem like anyone is going to come from this direction. Also, I found the bed. I claim it. Finders keepers.
Is there
That's
anything
so
else
great.
of interest behind
That
there?
is so on brand.
Is there anything else of interest behind there?
I don't know. Is there like a cabinet?
I mean, there's a desk. There, no cabinet of sorts. It looks like there's like maybe 2 barrels.
Okay.
There's like a small open crate, and then the rest is just like treasure, just a lot of treasure.
Okay. Is any of it cute? Is any of it Gucci? Is any of it Chanel?
Let's see. There's a pair of like really comfy looking like house slippers.
Oh, heck yeah. I put them on.
So yeah, I mean they feel nice. An interesting thing to note about them though is that there must be some kind of minor enchantment on them because your feet don't feel sweaty or cold. No sand seems to get into your feet to like mess with you or whatever. And with each step, you feel like you're getting closer to being ready to go to sleep. It's almost as if, like, if there was something that was hindering you to be able to sleep, these would help you go to sleep.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna, once I'm done with these, I'm sticking them in my bag.
Sure. So they're just called comfy slippers is all. They're just called.
Okay. All right.
Magic
But while I'm
melatonin.
putting on the comfy slippers and I'm sitting on this bed, surrounded by all these treasures, maybe I put 2 and 2 together that we've been talking about dragons a lot lately, and who else do I know that would store a whole bunch of treasures around?
Well, you didn't go and investigate any of it yet, and Gorman did ask if there was anything else of interest. So go ahead and respond to Gorman first, unless
Okay.
you just went back into the room. If that was all you did,
There's a bed and some stuff over here.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
if any of it's magic. These slippers are nice.
You know that the slippers are magic. So go ahead and roll. You're performing your spy stuff right now. So go ahead and roll performance.
Okay.
You know that you get to sub performance for deception a lot. It doesn't work every time, but
You're so good at lying, it's basically an art form.
all right. So you're trying to find stuff so you can actually make an opposed insight check right now, Gorman.
Which I go over and I cast alarm over there. And then I returned.
Okay.
I don't know if I have proficiency, but I rolled a total of 25.
Yeah, she's absolutely like she is for real performing a like she's like, nah, I don't think so. It's like you wouldn't care, but you know that absolutely like she's definitely trying to keep it to herself.
Sounds interesting. I'd love to see. As I
I
will
mean,
walk
well,
through the
you can
wall.
just walk through the wall. Not like I'm stopping you.
All right, so yeah, so you
This
get
is
in
a
there.
tsundere.
As you pass, you see that she's wearing some very comfy slippers. Those things look really nice. But aside from that, there's a nice desk, a nice bed that has been claimed apparently, as well as 2 barrels and 1 open crate. The rest is just straight treasure. There's like money, there's gems, there's items that are probably magic. Autumn Crescendo may have already told her that there was magic in the room.
I would like to look around first in the barrels for what kind of supplies they might hold, such as food or drink, because we're low on water. And then look at items for magical qualities.
Okay. 1 barrel is is almost full, like we'll say like 85-ish% full of rum.
It's one kind of drink.
Bring some back for cooking.
Man, if only it was a sparkling rosé.
And then the other barrel looks like a half full barrel of water. And as you look at it, you kind of get the same aroma that you got from the water just up the way. So whoever it is probably just fills up the water from there and just brings it back.
Makes sense.
Am I still cooking?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit.
Let him
Let
go.
her cook.
We'll say another. Cooking takes a while. I don't know how much cooking you do yourself, but cooking takes a while.
Depends on the dish, but if
in
you're
a
making it in camping
amount
like
of time.
this, yes, it will take time.
Hey, Gormand.
Yes, Azori.
Do you know what type of dragon would sleep in a bed?
One that prefers its human form over its dragon form.
Dragons have human form.
Depends on the dragon. Well, I guess I should make a Arcana or history check real quick.
No, I'm going to say that just with your knowledge and background, I would say that just makes sense. If you want to go further than that, then yes, you would need to make your history check.
Cool. I rolled a total of 23.
Okay.
Elder dragons,
Yeah.
depending on their
You
type of
elaborate,
composition.
Elaborate, and I'll correct you.
Elder
So
dragons,
the one
depending
that-
on the capacity of their age and their capacity for magic, can transform into human forms for indefinite periods of time, as well as animals and other creatures of lower strength than their own.
So basically a dragon king that's currently locked in mortal combat with
His son?
or
It
war
is
with his son.
very possible that he could have his own human form.
Well, I think we are in the lion's den or the dragon's den. So
I will look around at the
I mean-
treasure.
Okay.
My instinct tells me that if it is a great worm as he describes, this is not nearly enough loot.
maybe this is just like backup loot.
With your 23, yeah, you can say it. So, Azuria's guess that it could be like a restart horde is possible. But that seems unlikely for someone of his power and caliber. By that point, he probably has like either a lot of pride, confidence, or straight up arrogance. So
Potentially
the
all
sun?
three.
so it's possible, but without looking more into the stuff, you're not sure. Meep, what are you wanting to do right now?
I'm not sure.
Cool. All right,
I guess waiting for food patiently or
All right.
impatiently. I'm not
All
sure
right.
yet.
Amber. You've been sitting around. You've been seeing Gorman went in there. Are you wanting to do anything?
Impatiently.
Oh yeah, you're still here. Woohoo!
Woo! Didn't have to go in and out. I do like In and Out though.
I think I might just keep an eye on the wall, not necessarily like do anything per se, but just kind of be alert.
Okay. Sounds fine. Maury, you finished cooking. What did you decide to make? More crab? Did you make like a crab dip?
What ingredients do I have?
All the crab you could ever want, and whatever else is in the kitchen, I guess.
There was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in the ship's store. Like I told you, like remember I rolled and it was like 90% of it was somehow okay. Like I just rolled really, really well. It was just stored really well. So you basically could have just about anything that you wanted: fruits, vegetables, meats, whatever.
Yeah, I guess we'll do crab cakes.
Crab cakes, nice.
Fancy.
Great.
Crab
Well, that makes
cakes
you.
with rum.
Right,
Let's go.
All right. Are they spicy? Did you use like Old Bay plus hot sauce, or did you
I'll make some half spicy and some and the other half that aren't spicy.
Okay.
Meat needs the spicy ones.
Nice. I like it. All right. We'll continue going back around. Micah, back to you.
I would like to look among the items for anything of magical quality and use.
Okay. Go ahead and you can give me a history check, kind of reading all of this stuff. This is in places of arcana, religion, survival, and nature. So go ahead and just give me a base general arcana check or history check. I mean, so all right. Yeah, most of the money and gems are not. A couple things will ping out to you. There is a cutlass or saber. Works similar to a short sword. That pings gives you pause. There is a tri-corner hat that kind of resonates with you as well. There are a few scrolls and potions about of some types. And one gem does kind of stand out as magic. So
I would like to gather those things into my arms, cross over beyond the wall, have some things. Meep, you may be interested in the cutlass. I don't know what weapons you prefer. And I would like to go ahead and begin sorting through the scrolls and take a look at the robe of the hunted martyr.
Okay, so you'll be. Do you want to go ahead and attune to it?
Assuming I can, and it's not going to interfere with my armor, yes.
Yeah, it's not. It's although it's a robe. That's a good point.
Some do, some don't. I don't know.
But you're just wearing the +1 hide, so it may end up being better for you based on your choices anyway. So yeah, I'll say that you can pick between the armor or this. Okay, so I'll have a list of all that here in a minute when we take our little bathroom break. Of the you want to look at the scroll specifically, so not and then the robe. Okay, so I'll put that down. All right. Let's see. Next in the list, Maury. What do you want? You're enjoying your noms. You see, you come out and you say, "Hey, dinner's ready. Come on, get yourself some and get the food bite.
Get some juice in you."
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
I want to pop my head into the secret room and just take a glance, see if anything pops out at me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Now, we've talked about this. Have you been juicing?
What? I'm just a big fan of juice.
All right. Go ahead. You can do a perception on it. See if anything resonates to you. Nothing here immediately catches your eye as anything other than just a great amount of like money and gems. You did see there's a really nice goblet on the desk. You don't think it's magical, but it's probably pretty expensive. And there's also a little music box in the far corner. Like, it seems like it's almost like given a place of honor amongst the treasure, but doesn't appear to be magical. But
I want to open the music box.
okay. It needs to be wound, but on the inside, you see an elven woman and a human man, and holding a little half-elven baby boy, and they look exceptionally happy.
Cute.
If you wind it, I will sometime soon share the song.
Okay.
It won't be in. It won't be in because it's. I had to go find it. It's in my notes elsewhere. This is a magic item for my next home campaign, and it relates to this world. But anyway,
I'll bring it out and it can be ambience for our dinner.
yeah, it's a really pretty song. It's a like somber sort of ballad that also doubles as like a children's song.
That's all best children's songs do.
Is it really a children's song if it's not about death?
True.
You know, there's a great point to that. I don't know, maybe. All right.
Politics.
Sam, you're next. Meep, go ahead.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the cutlass. And can I have that tricorn hat too?
Of course.
I'm a swashbuckler after all.
Buckle them swashes. Whatever that means. Kids these days and all their lingo. I would like to guess part of our character connections. Am I the Obi-Wan to Meep's Luke Skywalker?
You are.
Nice.
You are. You helped guide him on his path to redemption. You were there when his paladin mentor basically sacrificed himself to save Meep, and like you just showed up late. Like you were there, and you helped both Meep and give me a history check roll.
A bunch.
All right. You were helping destroy a whole village of evil werewolves. His paladin mentor died saving Meep, and you came, and then you summoned a bunch of like starlight radiant stuff, like the Fey powers were with you. It was a really good time to do it. You probably can't do this all the time, but effectively you were able to help turn the tide of battle, and that gave Meep and some of the other people that were there fighting the chance to save the day and stop this town from growing and expanding and becoming an ever larger werewolf community. So, all right. So Sam, Meep is going to be investigating both the cutlass and the tricorn hat. Gotcha. All righty. Sounds good. Amber, what are you wanting to do?
I think after the mill, Amber's just going to knock out.
All right. Mighty fine. Azuria, last, and then we'll go ahead, and anybody wants to do any kind of RP, we'll do that real quick, and then we'll long rest and take break.
Okay. Can I look at that picture that Sergeant found?
Music box.
Music box that has a picture in it, right?
It's not a picture. It's the little dancing part in there. Like
Yeah.
some ballerina. Sometimes it's a horse. Sometimes it's a whatever. In this case, it's an elven woman.
Custom.
Yeah, it's a custom elven woman, human male, and half elf son, and they look very happy.
Can I roll like history and see like if I recognize these people?
Sure.
Please roll a 20. 20, 20, 20. Ah.
The song is familiar to you. You're not sure why. It could be an elven community song. It could be something else, but you're not sure exactly, unfortunately. But to be fair, I will let you guys know all spoilers of all other things when all the game is all said and done. So anything you don't find out now, you will find out later. But anyway, anything else you want to do, Azuria, before?
No.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and everybody, you guys, if there's any role playing or anything you wanted to do before going to sleep, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, it's going to be long rest and then a short break. And during that short break, I will share what the scrolls were, and well, at least for Micah. I mean, I'm assuming that you probably wouldn't care to keep those secret, but yeah. So the scrolls,
that I can't use, they will be divvied out to whoever might be able to use them.
The cutlass and tricorn hat. So, anybody do anything else RP wise, interact wise?
I
Try to
would
cover something. I'll give you that time.
I would recommend to the party we should all probably sleep in our armor just in case, since we're in an unfamiliar cave. And then I would also take a moment to try and see if I can remember any more of the spells I have.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me for you it's medicine. Give me a medicine roll.
Ooh,
or history. You can medicine or history roll, since now you're starting to know that medicine is how you relate to your magic. All right. Yeah, I will give you 2 spells. You choose level. You can choose one level and you get 2 spells, or you can choose 2 levels and get 1 spell from each of them.
4 and 5.
Okay. You know Wall of Stone and Mass Cure Wounds from 5, so I will tell you that you also know Greater Restoration.
Okay.
And then you know Charm Monster and Stone Skin, and I will tell you that you also know Death Ward.
Death Ward. Interesting. Okay.
All right. You can
Meek would like to also
have to roll the con save for sleeping, so you'll be fine. But anybody else who does will have to roll a con save, and it's more difficult the more tight your armor is.
I will not be wearing my armor. I may be wearing the robe, but that depends on what I find about it.
All right. Anybody else doing any other RPs or looking through their stuff and trying to figure anything out before we go on long rest break?
Meep would like to try to figure out more of his spells.
Okay. Go ahead and...
If it will not interfere with my item interactions, then I will also try to figure out spells.
You can give me history, and then you don't know what the other thing is that you can kind of like mirror.
Well, that was crappy. I don't think I have any inspiration.
The way I have it is that you currently have 3. So do you want to use?
Sure, yeah, let's burn one. Why not?
Yep, I have 2 for Azuria, now 2 for Meep, 6 for Amber, 5 for Mori, and 6 for Gormand. All right, that is much better.
That was a well-spent inspiration.
I'll give you either 2 spells from either first or second level, or 1 spell from first and 1 spell from second.
Let's do a spell from first and a spell from second.
Okay. What's first level spells? Do you know?
What do you mean? Oh, I mean paladin. So any of them.
Okay.
I'm just
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
figure out which ones I have prepared.
Okay. All right. So then what I'm going to do is to help you out a little bit more, since this is more, I'm going to actually give you half of your first level and 2 of your second level.
Okay.
Because you know Zone of Truth. But I'm going to tell you also that you have magic weapon and hold person for second level. For first level, you have command, cure wounds, and bless.
I did already know that I had hold person.
Okay, then I will say that you also know that you have prayer of healing.
Okay.
That's what I asked earlier. It's like, well, what spells do you know? When I was asking, I was like, what did you already know that you know? So I didn't have to repeat myself or whatever.
Oh, sorry. I did not realize that's what you meant.
Okay. All right. Very swell. Anybody else want to do anything before the long rest?
Would it interfere with my item checking to try and figure out my own spells?
Yes. You'd have
Then
to
no.
either give up scrolls
Nope,
or
I'm good.
robe. All right. Azuria, do you want to try to think of anything or no? Azuria Frostmeadow. Like, come on, girl.
Iceland. Where
Are you
art
sweeps?
thou?
Ping ping. She muted. She doesn't know she's muted. 100%. Let's bet. Mute. You are mute. You can't hear yourself, but you're mute.
She's probably dealing with a dog.
Or
Oh,
a
okay.
brother. You know, flip a coin.
Or a brother dog. All right.
Brother dog.
Well, we'll get back to that. So, go ahead and take a short break anyway, because she's already on it, and we'll go from there. And then I will get you guys information. Okay?
Cool beans. Depending on how long we take, who knows if we'll finish tonight. But I think it'd be fun to try.
I mean, it honestly depends, like how much you guys push, because there is no other combat for you aside from the possible combat at the end. There's multiple ways that you could circumvent a combat, but I don't know that you'll take any of them, so we'll see. All right, so I'll go ahead and take your break. I'm going to be working on putting all this in for everybody. Do 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 do. All right, there's Robe of the Hunted Martyr.
You said this has to be used instead of armor?
Yeah. It was made for a sorcerer.
Yeah, I don't think it would fit anyone else more than it would me. Question is whether, I guess the AC bonus is nice, and resistance to everything at half health is nice. Don't know how much extra damage my charisma would add. AC would drop from 15 to 11, but I'm already kind of squishy and we'll get hit a lot anyway. Yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna fix the things, giving myself an upward adjustment of 14 to my health. Bring my max to 84. Reduce my AC. 11. I'm gonna prepare a resist all effect in my items.
All right, and then we'll go to the cutlass and the tricorn hat. This is all going to be in the Amnesia one shot Discord.
Yeah.
All right, there's the cutlass known as Steam Burn.
This one, Flame Tongue. So in addition to anyone hit by a weapon mistake. Dang. So +1 short sword that also does 2d6 extra fire damage. That make a d6 16 con save or take another 2d6 start of the next turn. If critical, they have disadvantage on that con save. Nice. That's a real good weapon.
He's pretty awesome. It's a tough choice between that and No Life Knife, but he could theoretically run two blades.
I do want to know, am I able to cast all these, or I guess the better question: does it need to be on my spell list in order for me to cast these spells?
If it is not normally on your spell list, you have to make your spellcaster check, which can be different depending on your class or whatever. So you theoretically could make it with a history. So you're probably going to be fine to cast any of those.
Yeah.
But you still theoretically could
fail and get a bad ending.
And something could happen. So it's up to you.
I may pass some around, but not all of them. I'll have to look at them and see what's actually on my list first. only ones on my list is heal. I guess that's the question: is who should I give things to? Who's going to be in the best shape to make concentration checks? Might even be me. Balls of fire are nice. Sorry, bolts of guiding. Okay. I will need to consult with Mori about what damaging spells she has before I potentially hand over a couple of things. Because if she needs damage, then lightning bolts and fireballs might be good for it.
I do not really have damaging spells, and also my character doesn't like to use damaging spells.
Okay, if you don't like to, then I won't give them to you.
I have Beacon of Hope. Okay, well, actually, that's level 3. Level 1, Cure Wounds, Goodberry, Healing Word, Long Strider, Calm Emotions, Hold Person, Beacon of Hope, Mass Healing Word, Plant Growth, Speak with Dead, Charm Monster, Death Ward, Stone Skin, Greater Restoration, Mass Cure Wounds, and Wall of Stone. I think out of all of those, maybe 2 can do damage.
Yeah, theoretically, you could deal damage with Wall of Stone.
Is your Constitution safe?
I have a +2 to con.
Debating whether or not handing over a haste scroll or 2 to you. But you've got some other concentration options, so... There's just a lot of concentration options on my page.
Most of my options are to keep you guys alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Got
Amber...
them big heels.
Missouri, yeah.
Can I ask whether I know all of my level 1 spells yet?
Missouri is scary, so...
Sure, you can ask.
I would like to ask, do I know all of my level 1 spells?
Nope.
That helps.
Is
I
what-
definitely don't.
I think you're missing like 3.
I'm
But
wondering if one of them is
I told
Bane
you-
or Bless.
I told you have 3 ritual spells, right?
I do not remember being told that information.
Okay. Well, I believe I had said specifically you have 3 ritual spells, one from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level. You just don't know which ones they are at this moment. But they're still on your spell list.
Interesting.
So you could ritual cast them or not. We'll give it another 4 or 5 minutes and then we'll wrap up because I put everything that you guys had checked in there.
Wrap up or wrap up the break?
Wrap up the break.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm good for like another hour and a half maybe.
Yeah, might be able to do so. I'd be fine going a little longer, especially if it's gonna bring us toward the end of the one shots.
You guys could theoretically finish this. It just depends on how much shenanigans you decide to get in along the way. So
I desire to minimize shenanigans and maximize dragon killing.
I'll probably have Detect Magic.
There's certainly a chance for it. You already have Spare the Dying that you know of?
Yes, I do.
I figured that would be a pretty likely option for you.
all right.
And my 2nd level ritual is probably most likely Gentle Repose.
Ooh, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you because you just guessed it right off the rip. What did you already guess your 1st and your 3rd?
I was guessing Detect Magic for level 1.
Matt, big X.
Okay. And then level 3. Unless it's not a cleric spell, probably Meld into Stone.
Matt.
So I get gentle repose.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. Is everybody back yet?
I'm back.
Preston, Jack.
Well, we can at them. Sam, did you look?
Yep, I'm back.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Steam burn is the cutlass. Okay.
Yep.
And +2 AC. Oh wow. I'm going to be unhittable in a second.
Good. I will be hasting you at some point to make you even less hittable. Either you or Azuri. I haven't decided. I don't know who's going to have a higher damage potential, to be honest.
Because that hat boosts me to 21 AC.
In that case, if I can boost you to 23, and you got your huge dex bonus and evasion, Dragon's not going to know what hit him. He's going to be a tiny man.
Do you want stone skin too?
Duncan, isn't that resistance to all like weapon damage?
Yep. But
Yeah.
I won't need it, but I can't get hit.
This is true. But on the occasion, if you do.
listen. Claws, bite, tail, wings all count for that.
But ideally, he just won't be touched. Granted, even then, like, I don't know, I'm predicting, high CR enemy, he's probably going to have somewhere between a +7 and a +13. So, still going to be like a 30-40% chance he hits you even with our boosts. Oh, what? We take those odds. Those are betting odds.
We
Better
win
than
these.
betting odds. I will wake up dramatically and clean my beard.
Ooh, oh wait. Oh, +1 flame tongue short sword. Oh, okay.
Easiest way to do that's probably going to be to go ahead and take a flame tongue short sword from the items. So if you go to items and you search flame, assuming you have the correct module loaded.
Go to items.
Yeah, so on the right side under campaign, there should be an items box. And assuming you have the 5e SRD magic items loaded from the assets, you should be able to choose short sword flame tongue and add it to your inventory. If not, then I can always press this button.
Yeah, that'll work. Wait. Oh, that was not what I meant to do there. That just dragged all of the text into the box. That won't.
Let me see.
No, I can just
You can
modify
also
this.
add
what
it
I
to the
have.
party. Maybe?
So 1d6 damage.
Oh, what was that?
My phone, as I have an alarm at 9:30 to take meds.
It's fine. I can just type it all in.
Even then, you don't necessarily have to type. You can copy and paste.
True.
Hour of that is amazing.
Do,
It's
do,
also
do,
one in party inventory if you want it.
do, 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 do.
Y'all are.
You notice as you were practicing it and like wielding and trying to figure out how this thing works, and as you were like attuning to it, part of it is like as you would slice, like steam would go, like it would hiss, and like steam would come out from it. Like you could see like why it was named Steam Burn. It also smells vaguely like both a forge and the ocean. All right. So it sounds like we're all back. So let's go ahead and we'll get back to it. Long rest is successful. Let's see. People wearing armor and issues. So Meep, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Everybody will have his +4 bonus.
Constitution saving.
So just roll that thing, and then I'll add to it.
Yeah, I don't know what my modifier is. That was not great.
Okay. thankfully, your specific armor is well designed for doing that, so you're actually okay. Maybe you rolled well, maybe your plus is high or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, all right, Azuria, go ahead and give me a roll.
Let's
con
roll
save.
Constitution save.
I'm doing a Constitution save.
Yep, because your armor. Unless you chose not to sleep in your armor.
I am buttoned it at least.
That yeah, okay.
Go ahead and roll that con save.
So
I'm still
Azuria
worried
did
Dragon
sleep
might
in a
show up.
bed. I don't know if that'd help.
Yeah.
I was lowering the DC on her behalf, but she's fine.
And I'm also wearing those shoes, the slippers.
It's true. You are just all kinds of ready for this. Good job.
Yeah, it's very comfy. And then Maury, you don't have to roll because of your armor. And then Gorman,
nice.
we're taking yours off, so you don't have to worry about it. So everybody's successful. Everybody's fine. Gorman, it's going to take you about, I think, 15 minutes in a in hide armor to get that all the way fully on, or maybe it's 10. I don't know. I know like plate is like
I'm not
half
putting
out.
the armor back on.
You're not going to put it on. You're going to wear the robe.
I am wearing the robe of the Hunted Martyr.
Okay.
Lower
Sounds good.
AC, but resist when I get to half. And do you know how to long rest us?
No.
So on the bottom right of, or I'm sorry, the bottom left of the combat tracker, near I think the menu, you can right click, and there should be an option that's rest. When you click on it, it'll show a cone and a circle. The circle is long rest, and the cone is short rest. Bada
Nice.
bang, bada boom. It did remove our temp HP, so we're going to have to add those 20, I believe it was 24 back.
28.
28 back.
24 plus 4, so 28.
Looks like
Everybody
it might
gets-
have also changed the adjustment as well, unfortunately.
Adjustment? What adjustment?
For getting our HP the right numbers. But I think the people that were doing that can fix it. That'd be
All right,
Azuria and Meep.
I'm going to speed through this. Maury, you have 84. This is what it is without any changes. So go from there. Gorman, you have 70. Amber, you have 75. Meep, you have 72. Azuria, you have 71.
Oh, yeah, I lost that somehow.
For some reason,
probably
the adjustment broke during the long rest. Don't worry about it.
Got it. That makes sense.
And I think we all have 28 temp HP from
My
Sergeant's
delicious
cooking.
dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah, those crab cakes hit, man. All right. So, does anybody want to do anything else before you start trying to go the rest of the way? I know, Maury, you were talking about trying to sway everybody to not fight. So, did you want to? Do you want to go ahead and drop a monologue on everybody?
I was not talking about that.
I thought about it,
the other way.
but we decided...
Sorry.
Actually, yeah, I'll start.
I would, however, like to contemplate more about my spells.
Okay, so you contemplate while he's having his
As we prepare, I look to everyone. You're all young. I'd like everyone to know, based on what the lizard said and what I know of dragons, there is a very real chance we do not make it out of this fight. I would not blame you if you decided you wished to leave, to avoid this. Perhaps even find that said prince. For those of us who are prepared to die, we may, just maybe, be able to take down this great worm.
All right, so everybody can contemplate that speech real quick. That charge, that encouragement, that challenge, that whatever. Maury, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to you, so you have it. You have heroism, sanctuary, detect poison and disease as ritual, healing word, cure wounds, good berry, long strider. There you go. That's your level 1 spells. Heroism, sanctuary, detect poison and disease, healing word, cure wounds, good berry, long strider. Second level, aid, calm emotions, hold person, gentle repose, bark skin, which you could now put on Gormand if you wanted, lesser restoration, and healing spirit. In fact, I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to take a picture of it, screen cap it, and send it.
Are you prepared to die in this fight, Neef?
I mean, I'd rather not, but also, if that's my fate,
Are you prepared to die, Azuria?
Yada yada. You know, big odds. Can't. We're not gonna be able to do it. It's a big dragon. Whatever.
I'll take that as a yes. And Amber?
I'll go down swinging at least.
Then I believe it's adjourned. Does anyone know how to find the dragon? I know it's through the cave, but that's about it.
I think I just slept in his room.
usually if you follow the gold coins, you find one.
Looks at the gold coins. I don't think that's going to help us here. Was there, however, multiple caves down the direction where the lizard was? I suppose I might be the best at tracking. Let me see if I can find any old footprints. I would like to head down here and look around for old footprints, perhaps showing the way.
Ah, the way. Ah.
The way. You better down.
Go ahead and roll your history advantage in place of survival.
Historical knowledge, the 20.
Okay.
Plus
So
whatever intelligence, because I still don't know what that bonus is.
you're fine. There could be other things going on too. So you can tell this. The way from which you came is it's just another passage that formed over time, like natural deposit, whatever, and he just knew how to get in there and how to burrow.
Oh, this?
So
Okay.
that one. Yep. The one northeast of you, that crack is dangerous and you could fall. And it looks like that just goes into like a mushroom like little area anyway. So your guess is like that's probably not it. Your best guess is to go the longer way down southeast of you. The problem is that there's a huge chasm before there, so you'd have to find a way to get everybody across. And then there might be a way after that, but you can't tell enough. As far as what the tracks would lead, it looks like this area is not traveled often enough. There are occasional little prints, but it looks like they aren't going anywhere around this area. It looks like all the prints that you found were from the main entrance that you guys took up towards the water and up towards the little camp room, and then that's it. Maybe once upon a time, whoever it was, like investigated to see more about that and just like, whatever. But someone, and I forget who, and I apologize for that, but someone ascertained that this might be a back entrance or some sort of other way to get to where you would be going, deeper into
It's not a common entrance, it's...
right.
Oh, way, not the way.
Yeah. If you end up using activating your dragon and you want to try and do the skills bonus thing or whatever, then you can do that.
Oh, hold on, is
but
it for now?
Otherwise, yeah.
I have an idea, but it may require some problem solving.
So, all right, that is Gormand. So we'll go back around in the initiatives from last time. Maury, you were doing research on your spells, so you got your spells. You're done. Meep, what are you doing now that you have awoken and it looks like Gormand is trying to investigate and solve ideas, make plans, whatever's.
I mean, yeah, let's investigate, find this dude, put an end to all this, because he's obviously gonna do it again if he gets the chance, right? Find more people and kidnap them and
Good bet.
Seems like
try to
it.
weaponize them.
It's a good bet.
So let's not do that, or let's go find him. So I'm
All
gonna help him investigate or whatever. Try to find where we need to go.
Okay, so you can go look over in that area as well, and your best guess for what to do would be to either do a survival or an investigation check to see what you can ascertain.
That was not great.
All right, we have still 2 inspiration, or you can
Why not?
beg the wealthy to share.
Inspiration.
All right, were you doing investigation or survival?
That was survival.
Okay. You'll learn the same things that he learned. The thing that you can tell though is that this distance, the safest way would be to be. Let's see. What is the thing to ping, Micah? How do I ping?
Spacebar, double click.
All right. So you'd want to be no closer to the edge than here, and you want to make it to here. So if you notice, that's 5, 10, 15, 25 away. So 25 away is a little hard for a jump for some people, probably most people, to make. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That otherwise you risk possibly slipping and falling. You can tell that. That's the additional thing that you learned with your furtherance of learning the survival of the area. Okay. Jack, what is Amber wanting to do?
Hello.
Yeah. What does Amber want to do, sir?
So we currently don't see anything at the moment, right? It's just like getting from point A to point B.
Yeah. You're basically trying to be like, okay, this is the only apparent safe way to go. And even that, there may be danger because of whatever chasms or whatever else, because rock formations and earthquakes and time and pressure and water and whatever else that can deteriorate underground caverns. You can tell that you're basically trying to find a back way in.
Mm-hmm. Do I get the sense that, like, or I guess, should I do some kind of investigation just to see?
Yeah, I mean, what are you wanting to do? Like, you tell me what you're wanting to do, and I'll let you know if there's a check involved or not. Because some things you're just going to know by.
I guess I'll just is there any? Well, I mean, I'm a monk, so like I can. Well, I don't know, 9th level.
You could probably just clear it, no problem.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you think you're the only one that could clear it, no problem.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that.
So you just be waiting on the other side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that's fine. You can absolutely clear it, no problem. You don't even need to use a key point. Your speed is such that you can run, jump, and worst case scenario, still slow fall. And so as you're slow falling, you can just like slowly drift yourself across. So even if you rolled this horribly, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you jump 30 feet just to be sure. All right. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
Could I actually throw a rope to the other side?
If you want to tell someone to come over and come catch a rope, yeah. But otherwise, you risk it slipping and falling down.
Wait. I guess I should have asked someone to hold it before I jumped, but
it's fine. You can throw it back. You have decent ability to do some of this stuff. Like you saw how you threw like planks and stuff before, so it's probably gonna be fine.
You could call to someone. Hey,
Yeah,
or
like if you're worried about you could just holler. Or of course you could also try to jump back.
Yeah, in that case I'll just yell out, "Hey, catch," and then toss the rope.
Okay. So Amber, go ahead and make we'll call this a ranged attack.
Range attack.
Knocks Gorman unconscious.
I mean, if it's a crit, yeah, it might. All right, no. So you'll get it across. That's fine. Now, Gorman, make a dexterity save to catch.
12.
That's fine. It doesn't look pretty, but you catch it. Okay. Maria, what are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to jump.
Well, as you make your way up there, you'll see that Gorman's holding and
A rope.
yeah, and Amber has the other side. They haven't tied it down to anything, so testing their strength is a decision you can make. But
Mm-hmm. Can I have a high five first, Gorman? Grant.
I mean, I would prefer just to tie it onto something. But yes, I can give you a high five. I will hold my hand up.
Okay, well, I'll let you tie it off first. And
I would
then
like to find
have
a
high
rock
five.
or a very sturdy root with all these mushrooms with which to tie the rope well.
okay,
And
so,
I'll do the same thing.
all right. Go ahead and Micah, you can roll your history
Survival,
for this.
so doubles.
That in place, but Amber, you need to roll a nature. So, Gorman, you're fine. You see some of the rock juttings, and you basically have a way of more or less winding it through that. You don't know if you're not super good. That's not something that you're familiar with, but you can ask around if anybody's really good at knots. But you know that would hold weight. Whether or not it would slip, you don't know because of knots. Amber, your nature, yeah, where you got it, that's totally fine. You got it. It's super good. All right, so Azuria, you're up there. He's tied it off. It looks like he's trying to figure out how to tie a knot. You can make a... You can make an investigation check and see if that looks like a solid knot or not. Azuria.
What?
You can make an investigation check to see if he's made a solid knot.
Let's see. Are you good at this? Were you ever a sailor?
He knows how to buckle some swashes.
You're like, yeah, he's probably got it. It's fine. He's clearly got it wrapped around the right way, so that's fine. All right, so are you going ahead?
Yes. High five.
Okay.
High fives.
All right. So Micah, you'll have advantage on this, but you're going to need to make a athletics check to hold it because it turns out that you did not make a good knot. And when Azuria said, "Hey, were you ever a sailor?" Because she thinks that you got it, and you're like, "Well, I buckled some swashes or whatever," and just making it.
Wait.
And clearly, no, you did not do a good job with that note. But
I'm not. I didn't. Or is it Amber?
No. You're holding it on your side because you didn't tie a good knot. So you have to make the first athletics check, but you have advantage because you have it wrapped around rocks in the right way. So this is the first check. So go ahead and make me athletics with advantage. Do you want to re-roll that with one of your 6?
Yes.
Okay. Much better. Yeah. All right. So you're able to hold it while she starts kind of either tightrope walking or sliding or whatever she's choosing to do. Azuria can describe that here in a moment. But I need Amber to make an athletics check. Actually, first off, you're going to make a dexterity saving throw. So give me a dexterity saving throw first. Amber.
Yep.
Okay. You're barely able to catch it in time. Now make me an athletics with a disadvantage. Because you did not tie it right. That was not around the right things. That was not a good job. All right. On the plus side, you're barely able like to hold it, grab it, and like your natural like athletic and whatever training has been so good that like you're able to pull this off. But like that was a really close call. But Azuria, you can make an acrobatics or athletics to get yourself across and describe it if you want to. Feel free. It's great.
Assume that my wait. I'm gonna assume.
Athletics is going to be like you're like climbing it, like climbing on across whatever, and the acrobatics is going to be
Okay.
like tightrope walking.
I'm going to like wrap my legs around it and then like pull myself with my hand.
Okay, so that's more athletics then. Go for it.
Classic rope thingy, shimmy.
Roll well. I do not want to die.
Good deal. All right, and you need one more because it is a wide chasm.
Oh, yeah, please don't kill me. How many inspiration do I have left?
You have 2. So that is your athletics, and you're fine. You'll make it across.
Okay.
You're okay. All right. Who's doing what next?
I would like to try to adjust the rope for better support.
All right. So yeah, we're back around to Gorman. So you want to try to tie it, and you're like, hey, can anybody help tie? I guess I don't know. Or you said you want to do it. Okay. So you're saying you do it. So go ahead. Give me a. I'll let it be a survival for this one. You're trying to do a knot, like you're like how like when you were first learning how to hunt, and you're like, yeah, I don't even really want to kill critters. So we'll say that I let you get a survival for it. Go ahead.
Cool. Since it's a survival, I think I get to history instead. Yes.
Yep. Okay. You're fairly confident that this is fine now. Effectively, what this means is that now you're giving everybody who's trying to climb or whatever, and who's trying to make it down, you're giving them a bonus. It's not unless Amber is also successful. Amber, how do you want to fix that? Because I mean, you could just hold it because you're probably okay, but you don't want to risk it, especially when Maury comes, because Maury's pretty heavy.
Yeah, I think Amber's just like, you know what? I don't need to tie this.
All right, so you're just gonna try to hold it and just deal with it.
Yeah, just gonna brace.
Okay. All right. So that's good. Maury, you see they're starting to get everybody across now.
Okay. Are we? Sorry, I should have been paying more attention. Are we going across a chasm or like going down somewhere?
We are crossing a chasm.
Yeah, it's slightly lower down, but not so much so that like you could like rappel down the thing or zip line down it. It's not like that. It's maybe a total elevation change 10 feet, but that's over almost 30 feet. So that's like what? Maybe a 1 foot drop every 3 feet. So it's not much. What is that? It's like 4 inches every foot. So yeah, it's not enough to like zip line or rappel.
So are there like any problems that we're having with like keeping the rope secure or anything?
It looks like they were with Azuria, but it looks like Amber is trying to brace, and it looks like Gormand has secured it properly now.
Okay. Well, I will cross, I guess.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about Gormand doesn't have to roll anything for the rope now. That part's fine, but you have to. You're gonna have to make 2 either athletics or acrobatics checks to get yourself across. Acrobatics is like you're going to tightrope walk it. Athletics is going to be what Azuria did.
I'm athletics.
Okay. So you're getting a bonus of 5 from from Gormand. So go ahead and roll, and you know that you have +6. So you have at least a +11. So if you have anything else in athletics, I guess you'll find out. But Go ahead. All right, first roll. Very nice. You've done good. Amber, go ahead and give me an athletics to hold the rope. Okay. You're starting to slip, and it's brought you up 5 feet. Maury, I need you to make a. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do a strength save first to hold tight. So go ahead and make a strength save. Okay, you're good there, and then an intelligence save to kind of guess what needs to happen. All right. Well, you have 5. Do you want to go ahead and use one,
Yeah.
or do you want to use 2 to have advantage and a reroll?
I'll use 1.
Okay.
In the reroll, we trust. It can't get much worse than 1.
Yeah, it can't get worse. It could have been the same. It could have been the same. All right. You can tell that she's always been like decently athletic, but she's always been way more flexible than strong. She's not going to be able to hold you. Like, you need to climb back up. So go ahead and make the athletics to climb back up.
Can I try and like swing over?
Yeah. We'll call that an athletics.
Can I use another inspiration?
Yeah.
Wow!
Oh, good. You need you legit needed a 19 or a 20. It was a 25 to do that. You've got maybe 4 inches of rope left in your hand after the end, so like you almost lost the rope doing this. Not the worst thing in the world. It probably could have just been pulled up from the other side and then tossed back over, but still. Yeah. Now you could hold it, and you'd probably be okay.
All right, I got it.
Meep.
But here's the thing: it's just Meep. So
I mean, I'm
Meep,
here too.
Meep could probably run across. Really, Gorman?
I'm here too, God. Granted, I don't plan on climbing, but that's not the point.
I was like, come on, man. All right, Meep.
Also, in case it becomes relevant during any of these checks, I make my Cosmic Omen roll to see if I have Wheel or Woes for this long rest. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it's an even, I get Wheels and can give people bonuses. If it's odds, I get Woes and I can give enemies subtractions.
Nice. Yep.
It's Woes I can subtract from enemies.
Yep. And you have 6 of those because of the
total,
bonus.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. Meep.
Yeah.
Everybody's basically across except for you and Gormand. And it's being held presently by Maury. And it's you look at that knot, and he did a pretty good job. You don't know if he was ever a sailor or whatever, but it's passable. It's good. It's a solid knot. He did all right.
So climbing across the rope then?
You could do or acrobatics. Athletics is like you're kind of like shimmying the way that Azuria and Maury tried to do. Acrobatics, you're just like tightrope walking across.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do acrobatics because I get advantage.
Yeah, your Zephyr studded leather. Good choice. Go ahead.
That was not a great advantage.
It's fine. That's your first one. You're doing fine. Go ahead and make the second one. It's still 2 checks. It's a long way to go.
Gotcha. That was a much better advantage.
Yep. So the first check is a little bit easier because just the natural way that people tend to end up being in any sort of high pressure situation at first. They have enough confidence, but as they keep going, that's where the fear begins to be a thing and worry and whatever. So that's why I just read it after like each check. But yeah, you're fine.
Sweet.
So all right, Gorman, it's just you, buddy.
I'm just gonna shimmer away and reappear on the other side.
I assumed. I was like, come on.
Listen, I'm happy
Hey,
to
step
hold and tie and all that for everyone else. I'm not climbing.
All right. All right, so as you make your way there, everybody checks themselves. They're safe. You're okay. Everybody made it. It was like a close call once, maybe twice, but you guys made it.
How do I
As you
unprone
I
myself?
sure hope this is the right way.
on what?
My
Unprone?
token says I'm prone.
All right, I'll think.
That's probably from when the HP messed up, sending you to 0
Yeah.
unconscious.
I-
It
I got-
was from the snake.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. All right, now,
Also, Amber has
No.
0 hit points on my screen.
okay. How do I adjust that? I can adjust that myself,
Yeah,
right?
so just go to Amber's sheet and in the ADJ column, type in the number of hit points she should have.
Characters.
Yeah, so on the main page at the bottom next to current max temp and then this ADJ, type into ADJ what you want.
There it is. And do I need to fix everybody's?
Nope.
Well, it looks like Azuria only has 28, and that's not right.
How much is Azuria supposed to have?
71.
71. 71.
Okay, so in that case, we'll add the difference. Add 43 into the adjustment column.
I thought we did that.
We did, but then the long rest bungled things up. That happens.
It did. I clicked on my temp and it adjusted it automatically.
Cool.
All right.
It says 43.
All right.
I sure hope this
Um,
was the correct way.
So you'll make your way. It's the caverns are a little winding, but between everything else, I'm not going to expend any resources or anything. This is indeed a back way. You guys have effectively come into a side kitchen. I have to see if I actually have a map for this, because if not, then I have to make one. Because remember, I wasn't sure that we were going to play this all the way through, and then we decided that we were going to play it all the way through. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I don't. So we'll have to do that if we need to, and so it could be theoretically one more session, but effectively you get there. Some half dragons, or what you might think of as dragonborn, are effectively this, like, the servants, like the maids, the butlers, the house guards, stuff like that. They see you, and immediately there's like a horn sound of alarm. Like, at some point, whether you guys were stealthily entering or secretly or otherwise, at some point in the kitchen, you just kind of stumble through. It's like it was basically a secret way through, like a pantry, and you just kind of find your way through, and the alarm sounds, and you're surrounded by guards, and they kind of bring you to the throne room. You are before a majestic copper dragon. He is very, very big, very, very big. Possibly the biggest creature you've ever seen. Says, well, this is a different sort of arrangement. I was expecting quite a few more of you, and not so willfully. Looks like you found one of the escape paths I had for myself. And I let the captain and his crew know that they could use it if they needed to. I believe they left some treasure there. Very nice of them. I decided to let it be a support in case things ever went awry with my son. Now, since we are free, I will offer you the merchant rate. Would you like to be hired to stop my son from his tomfoolery and reunite my empire once again? You will each be paid handsomely, 25,000 gold pieces for each year of service. And that's for each of you, of course. If, however, you are opposed to this, certainly I could engage in battle. It's always fun. You could lie to me and defect. Go to my son and betray me. Lots of possible options before you. Perhaps each of you should speak your thoughts, your feelings, whatever desires you might have. Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement. I seem to have lost my captain and crew. Whoever wishes to start may go so.
I'll leave
I'm
it to the
confused.
charismatic people.
Go ahead,
I'm-
Meep. You're about to
I'm
start.
confused. What was the one that actually enslaved us in the first place?
This one.
Okay.
This guy via pirates.
I don't trust him then.
I
I don't care what his son is doing. I don't trust him.
All due respect, your lord. We were under the impression that you aren't actually hiring, per se.
I've hired many mercenaries. It was more cost effective to have vetted, capable warriors
I mean,
be
If-
adjusted thanks to an ally's suggestion. Apparently, he had ways to make you more docile, but it required ongoing treatments. So, I'm not opposed to that sort of thing. You know, what matters is the consortium. The consortium comes first. Even I am but a humble servant. My son has lost sight of that. Let me double check everybody's passive insights real quick. What? Understanding crazy dragons. What?
Does a 17 let me know what this consortium he speaks of is?
Yeah, so the Copper Consortium is the Draconic Empire. The chromatic and metallic dragons would fight like constantly, and it would spill over into other lands, and there was always problems. And somehow, maybe there was a gift from a deity, maybe there's some other thing, whatever. But there was one copper dragon that rose up and eventually united not just the chromatic and the metallic, but also the gem or crystal dragons. The empire is run through that line, but as part of the agreement, there is one head of clan for each breed, effectively.
So each
That-
is a consortium of the different dragon types. So he is the lord of the Copper Consortium.
Right. So, the Copper Consortium is the empire.
See, but he is the lord of the
but-
Copper Dragons.
But the consortium, so the Copper is them. The consortium is the representative from each of the other. What is that? 14?
They're the head honchos, and then there's a top red, a top blue, top green, etc.
Right, you got it. And their wars and squabbles and whatever have come down to mostly more like political maneuverings, and so there's not as much death or destruction, and it almost never involves outsiders. So whatever is going on with the sun, they've been willing to involve more outsiders, i.e. mercenaries, i.e. slaves. So, Meep, do you say, well, I'm not sure what you're offering, but I'm not sure that I trust you? Was that your internal thought?
I was more talking to the party.
Okay, well, he hears that and says, I understand the apprehension you might have. You come here under the pretense of effectively slavery, and I offer you a job anyway. Well, I look at it this way. You were able to survive where the captain and crew did not. In fact, many fell, as far as I can tell. I'm still trying to locate one other, but somehow that is being hindered in some way, which is interesting, but not entirely disconcerting. So, the important thing is, should you wish to be hired, should you wish to fight and perchance earn your freedom, should you wish to perchance be imprisoned, or do you have an option that you wish to offer that I may be interested in as well?
Now that the captain and his men are dead, is the mind control slavery done for? Or is it someone else who was managing this endeavor?
No, it's an ally that managed it, and the handlers, I guess, would be the captain and his crew. So we'd probably replace the handlers at this point. But the product so far has seemed sound. I will say that this is the first time that anyone has broken through, but I imagine the storm and the lack of ongoing treatments are the reason for that. So, yes. Anyway.
This has been the weirdest job interview ever. Just saying that.
Is there any method by which you could be persuaded to stop mind controlling?
I suppose if...
I can't imagine we'd be effective fighters without our full memory.
Well, which is why I'm willing to hire you. But regardless, I would say if you could rally sufficient troops to help quell my son's rebellion, hopefully sparing his life, so that we can bring him back into the fold, that would be most advantageous, I suppose, for as many as involved as possible. However, that requires quite a bit of effort. And he would most certainly see a large group as an immediate affront. So, it's a tough pickle, indeed.
Out of character. So we just became privy to a potential worldwide power vacuum of the dragons if we do successfully kill this guy. Alternatively, he's just given us the options of work for him and maybe go persuade his son to stop, work for him and go stop his son manually, work for him and go on a marketing spree to get us sufficient force to stop his son manually, or die.
I'm not really liking these options.
Yeah, they're not great, but I mean, honestly, every option except for die sounds like a campaign unto itself. Up to y'all.
Kinda.
What do the highly emotionally concerned people about this, such as, in particularly, Azuria, feel about this?
Can we kill him right now? Can we do it?
So, Azuria, since so we can kind of go around, since we had really two people interacting, we'll kind of spread this around a little bit. Azuria, as you're kind of hearing this, and Autumn is picking up on this, and you guys are kind of involved in this, Autumn kind of gives you a vision, and this is an easy memory for you because this is kind of how you do stuff. She starts giving you a new persona. She comes up with a new name, a new attitude, a new everything. It's almost as if you were maybe trained by doppelgangers. But anyway, you get the sense that you could take this one of two ways. It seems like it's like one variant, and that could go like two paths. One path is like you're all on board, like let's go ahead and reunite this family so that the dragons can leave everybody else alone and let's get this over and done with. The other one is let's pretend that we're going to work with him and go talk the son out of this madness, or we take him out because the son's a lot easier and we realize how powerful he is. Effectively, one is like sycophantic, let's go ahead and trick him into thinking it so that we can go and see what we can find out from the son. The other one is let's just go ahead and go on board so that nobody else has to be bothered by this ever again.
I feel like
strongly leaning towards number 2, mainly because of Talia. Like, Talia wanted this destroyed, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Talia was one of my best friends, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna have her back. I want this done here now.
Okay, so if you want to you can effectively just you shed your current identity and effectively become a new identity. It doesn't change any of like your class stuff or whatever or how you do it. It's just it will change kind of your attitude and your mindset and stuff.
So I'm dropping my Valley Girl persona.
Yeah, you're not going to be Valley Girl at this point. You're going to be like the
Meadow.
loyal
Just
lackey
Meadow.
for one NPC. That's effectively you. Like you're like the best friend in every rom-com who's like.
Okay.
So that would be it. But you're doing it from a sycophantic false pretense as opposed to a I'm committed, let's restore this family. So there's a little variation on it. But effectively, yeah, now it's going to be like, oh my gosh, you're so awesome. Like, what? Oh yeah, heck yeah. Like, let's go get your son. Like, this needs to be fixed. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, sir. And it's something like along those lines.
Wait, why am I doing that though? I want him dead right now.
Okay, so
Fight him. You want to outright fight him? Then that's different. If I'm saying those are what Autumn. That's what Autumn shows you. If you want to just
Okay.
try sneak attack him, you 100% can do so.
Okay.
So you absolutely have surprise. You'll get one free round of everybody just trying to jump him, but we'll see how that goes. So
Does he have minions in here, or just him?
it's him, and there are minion guards, but it's. I mean, you could go full tail. I'll let you guys all get like a full round, and then we'll stop it there. And
is this what we want?
We'll RP it. So hold on. I mean, because he's not. It's like he's not going to hear you. So hold on. So you're thinking that you're ready to go. So just give me a second. Maury, what do you want to say, if anything, or do?
I could be talked down.
How deadly does he look?
Yeah, you can size him up. So
speaking of size, how big is he? You've said very big, but like ballpark it for us.
He is gargantuan or colossal.
He is so in the ballpark. He is filling it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well said. I like that.
He is what?
He is the size of a baseball park.
All right, so go ahead, survival. Go ahead and survival then for me, Maury.
You know when we watched Godzilla? Godzilla. The small one, not the big one.
You want to burn one to re-roll, or are you fine?
Baby Godzilla? No, not Ghidorah size. Baby Godzilla size, probably.
Yes, Godzilla. I would like to re-roll.
Okay.
The Godzilla from the first of the three.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
You want to beg the rich? You still have some. You have 2 rich friends still.
Yeah, go ahead and drop it again. I have 6. There's only so many I'm gonna need by the end of this. Yeah, I mean,
how do you feel about that? What do you want to do with that? Keep or no?
It's a big dragon. I feel like 16 might be enough.
Yeah, for sizing him up.
So your basic guess is like, he could probably handle quite a bit. That's going to be a tough turkey to take down.
I want to glance over at Gorban and try and see like what's he looking like.
Okay. So then we'll get back to that, and then Jack,
Insight.
What do you want? Amber, what is Amber wanting to do?
Well, you said Amber's pretty good at like identifying like I guess threat level.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you would do an insight check or a medicine check on this one. Your choice.
Okay, let's do.
Okay, you went with insight, so they will let you know different things. So the insight, you're going to understand that this guy is completely confident that he will not lose at all.
Mhm.
Confidence.
How much of that starts like bubbling over into arrogance? You're not 100% sure, but you know that he would definitely remember all of you and feel it at the very least.
Can I sense like a weak spot or like some sort of
Part of your medicine. So like your insight is like reading like what you think you could reasonably do. If you
Mhm.
don't, he's gonna remember you and the rest of this party as people who've made a mark.
Okay.
Yeah. Meep, you still had 4 left, so go ahead and make a guess.
Do I
Or-
have negative intelligence
Oh, sorry.
modifier?
Wait, hold on, Maury, is that okay?
Wait, what?
Sam
What?
wants to make. Is that okay for whatever it was that was
I mean-
bothering you?
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Make a what?
Is it okay if Sam makes a guess? He wants to make a guess.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I don't know what bothers you about it, so I'm trying to be on.
It was that.
I still.
Essentially,
My point is that I never understood what it was, and I couldn't understand, so I just said I'm just going to ask questions. So it's
It was because like that one session we did like 10 minutes for each player doing guesses and then having their turn right after and then another 10 minutes of guessing and then another turn. And so it was like a lot of breaks in between turns. It was hard to like follow what was happening in the gameplay
Okay,
between guessing.
Okay,
You
was it
solved it?
the combat session?
I think it was the looking around. So someone would like check the kitchen and then make 7 guesses, and then the next person would check the captain's quarters, and then
It was
10
at
guesses.
the beginning of the session where we were like, okay, you get this many guesses. And so we would do the guesses and then they'd take the turn for like whatever we want to do in the game.
So yeah, we prevented
And
that
so
by
it
doing
was
all
just
the
like a
guesses
lot
up
of
front.
broken up gameplay.
Okay.
So having
All right.
the option to do all the guesses at the beginning, like we did for the last few sessions, solved that problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. That right there helps. That explanation helps. So let's let's keep going. All right. So what was your guess, Sam?
Do I have a negative intelligence modifier?
Sorry, I don't have everybody's memorized. No, you don't.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I just wanted to know how I would act in this situation.
Okay. All right.
Because I know the intelligent choice here, but also, if I wasn't that intelligent, I wasn't going to make it.
It's fine. All right. Jack, what were you thinking about with Amber then? Okay, so you made that insight check. You realize that he's exceptionally confident that he's not going to lose. You know, at the very least, he would remember all of you. That may not be enough for you, but that you at least know that. You may not win, but it'll leave a mark.
Okay. And you said there's how many minions or how many?
In the immediate area, there's probably 12 because the guard that like all swarmed you, most of them have gone back to their regular duties. So there's probably 12 minion mooks and Big Papa Drag.
Mm. But yeah, I guess she would be more inclined of, well, is there anything that, could potentially help us obtain whatever you're wanting us to do?
Well, I suppose it depends on how you want to go about it. I would rather my son not die, but he's very impertinent at what he perceives to be an unconscionable thing to continue to expand our influence, to let the world gain from dragon magic, dragon knowledge, dragon artifice and creation. he doesn't like the way that we are going about doing it or whatever. And, sometimes a kid just doesn't listen to their parents.
Getting in the middle of a teenager's rebellion streak?
Is he a teenager?
Sounds like it.
Equivalent of something like that for them, because he's probably in the neighborhood of 4,000 years old, and the son's probably in the neighborhood of like 1,500.
I really don't like where this is going now.
There's so much. I was, when the first 3 sessions in the boat, I assumed big evil dragon, do the bad things, slave everyone.
Now
Not
I'm
a
kind of on
family
his
squabble.
side.
Not a family squabble. Not where I was going.
And then we walk in, and he's like, "Let me hire you."
Wait, can I insight this dragon?
Sure, nobody's actually rolled. I was just going off base of
Was his hiring offer just a way to? Is he like at all worried about us?
Go ahead.
No,
Roll.
no. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get my thoughts out first.
Sorry. Okay.
So was his offer a manipulation? Because they use mind control. So if he can get us to be somewhat comfortable around him, then he could just pacify us, right? That's kind of what I'm rolling
Okay.
for. Rolling
Okay.
insight. Is
Go
he trying to manipulate us? After his first option, slavery, didn't work.
After my first option at slavery failed, I figured I should just pay them.
Do I want to use my last reroll?
No,
for
I want to
that?
spend my inspiration to let you reroll.
Okay, can I?
Micah has them to spare.
I've got 4
Well-
left after that.
Azuria has 2, Meep has 1, Amber has 6, Maury has 2, Gorman now has 3. Okay. You get the sense that he'd rather not cause a bunch of destruction in his room trying to kill you guys, because you're capable warriors, and he's acknowledging that. But as far as being worried that you guys could hurt him, whether it's confidence or arrogance, you don't know. But he doesn't seem concerned.
There's a big bad dragon not want to get blood on his carpets.
Yes. We
Is-
are
Or-
rats, which he doesn't want to clean up.
Azuria, that's Azuria's insight, is that
Okay.
that's
So I'm
more.
not able to ascertain if he's like, well, I guess slavery didn't work, so I guess I'll hire them,
Not on that. Not on that.
Okay, not on that.
Maybe you didn't roll high enough. Maybe it's not there. But
Okay.
all right. Anybody?
I have things.
All right. Go ahead.
So the sergeant wanted to see how I was feeling. I rolled a 1 on my deception check. You see,
Okay.
as I am stroking my beard like I normally do, my hand is shaking inside of my beard.
That's awesome.
I propose a quid pro quo then. In lieu
A
of
what?
payment, tit for that, this for that. It is Old
Okay.
Celestial.
I thought those were bad.
No, it's just a deal.
Okay.
In lieu of payment, instead of paying us, stop the slavery, at least for the time being, so that we may go and attempt to converse with your son and see if we can resolve this without killing anyone, or at least as few people as possible. And if we succeed, you stop with the slavery, your son returns, and you make up or whatever. And if we fail, we'll be too dead to care.
Yes,
Okay.
it's
Hold on.
It's-
Does it? Yeah. Go ahead, Maury. You first respond to that.
yeah, I want to add on.
Go.
It's well known that children don't listen to their parents very often. If we were to converse with him instead, we might have a greater chance of smoothing things over.
If he's not gonna listen to his big bad daddy, dragon daddy, then why is he gonna listen to us?
Because we're the cool kids on the block.
Because we're not his father.
As a goblin, none of that makes any lick of sense to you. All either murder their parents or run away from them. It's one of the two, so it doesn't make sense to you. But whatever,
You must have never met a child before.
No,
in Goblin Society?
In Goblin Society, the kids either kill their parents or they run from the parents because they're pretty sure the parents are going to kill them. It's one of the two. The thing is, like, you've learned enough, like, over like some of your like redemption and like retraining of like, okay, not every society works the same way. You've realized that like rebellion against parents is relatively common, but it doesn't often result in the death of the child. So that's probably a problem with Goblin Society. But yeah, your initial thoughts are like, wait, what? Why?
Meep just has a confused expression.
Totally reasonable. Amber, do you want to add anything to that, or Azuria?
I think where Amber was going with this was trying to separate the 12 from the big dragon, but if people are going in a different direction, I think she'll just kind of be quiet for now.
Okay. And then Azuria, do you want to add anything else? Otherwise, I'll make those rolls.
She was like inching her sword out of the scabbard,
Yeah,
and
totally.
she'll let it slide back.
Okay, totally fine. We'll say that you're just general awareness of like reading a room and a situation and such. You see like the faintest like hint of a smile like creep up as your sword starts to move out, almost like part of him does want the fight. And then as you put it back, like it's like a knowing like, okay, good, I don't have to do it. It's like he was happy either way almost. All right. So I will say that you have advantage, and I'm going to give you a +2. So Gorman, go ahead and roll the persuasion with advantage +2.
Just for the record, if I use my inspiration, do I reroll with advantage or just make one additional roll?
Well, you can start with it. You would, if you use the reroll, then you would reroll still with advantage. You had advantage already anyway. All right, but that's fine. That right there, between the +2 and your normal and everything else, you're says very well. I will not give you my honor guard because I do not want him to try to kill you right off the bat. So I will send you up to the surface, and you can go through the desert and find him. When you have properly got him to come to his senses, let him know that Daddy loves him.
Are there any specific talking points you would like us to address?
I don't care how you do it. Please try not to kill him.
I'm more so asking, what does he want us to convince his son to do besides just come home and stop this foolishness?
No, that's it then. Come home and stop this foolishness. But again, that's a parent's idea, so how you might want to spend that is up to you. But if there's anything else that you guys want to do, you can do that first or whatever. But that will officially wrap this up because it was whichever direction you picked meant whichever way you're going to go try to solve this. And so there is plenty of options to take. So what I'll do is I will send pictures of the characters, and I'll send those into the Discord so you guys can look at those at any time. But
I'm satisfied. I'm good. I'm ready for the epilogue.
So ultimately what happens is you guys will make your way finding the son in his like effectively hiding camp. It's in the desert. The father knows it's in the desert. He just doesn't know exactly where, and he hasn't sent anybody because he doesn't want to like provoke his son. He's trying to prevent a war. But you make your way there. You're not seen as enough of a threat because it's just 5 of you, and so he's ready to strike. And as you guys like say, hey, we're not fully on your dad's side, we want to hear what you have to say, and because that's basically like the argument that you guys were trying to make. he kind of lays it out and he says, "Look, the consortium is growing greedy. There's been too much peace for too long. Too much. There's parts of dragons that if we don't handle well, will overtake us. It's similar to how dwarves can become greedy, or goblins can give into viciousness, or orcs can become like malicious or whatever." And he just kind of like goes through this whole thing. He says, I'm warring to end the slave trade. I'm warring to prevent them overtaking. If you truly want the best thing for this world, then you'll help me fight and defeat my father. The consortium will respect my power, and that will be enough to hold off until I can try to solve this in a better way. I hate to lose my father, but I hate more for people to die needlessly. And so it would be the choice of, do you want to just get them to fight and see how that goes, and then just try to pick off the winner? It would be like a lot of different options there, and you guys would be able to like do all that. But the concept was either you go to the sun, and he starts off like, "Did my father send you? You look like those slaves, blah, 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 blah. And you even have the smell of the captain," and all this other stuff. And it was going to be this whole thing of like, you guys had to try to talk him down and try to figure it out. Or it was going to be this, where he was like, "Well, I'll just hire you." Because he had all the arrogance. Now, I can probably see, let's see, no, that's not there. Maybe NPCs. How did I put him? The prince, Micah?
I think it started with a K.
Yeah. But where would I find him?
Go to assets, local, probably images, assuming we loaded it into Fantasy Grounds properly. Probably assets, images, probably data or game, the far top left folder, and that should open everything that we loaded in. If not, you can always send it into the Discord and I can add it to stream side.
All right. Well, yeah, I was looking for like the table I made with him. Like, where would that be? Like, because I made the character. It was an enhanced.
In that case, go to under campaign NPCs, and that's probably where it's going to be. Probably under uncategorized.
Yeah, Prince.
Woo! I'm trying to clap, but Discord's Discord is discording.
This is the Prince. Can I share this with everybody? Is there a way to share this?
Probably. I think you could probably right-click share record. If not, you can drag the top left record item.
There's something.
Oh, okay. So it showed up at least on my side. If you click on the thing down there,
it says stat block.
Good.
Woo!
That's what.
Pretty boy.
So,
he's
the dad is even worse. So just so you.
Yeah, this is actually 184 hit points. I think we could take him on.
Where are you guys seeing this?
Look in the chat box in Fantasy Grounds and double click on the dragon on the left of the word NPC. It carries an X.
Yeah, I see that.
Good old carry.
Yeah, only 184 hit points. That's easy. Come on.
I mean, I don't know if it's easy, but it's doable. I mean, his DPR is sitting at easily in the upper 60s, and that's without his breath weapon.
Yeah, but he can't hit me, so it's fine. He's just gonna solo gun this thing.
Sure.
After everyone else is dead.
After everyone else dies. Thing is, plus 11 to hit. I mean, he's sitting currently at a 50% chance to hit you.
I guess that
before
makes
any
sense.
buffs. Like
plus 11.
I give you 3 turns at most, and that's if you're getting good.
He's the more doable fight. The point is that you wouldn't want to fight him because he's actually the good guy in the situation.
Yeah.
So, I will send the stuff, but I'm gonna go over a couple things real quick, so just everybody kind of knows. Okay, so
clap into the mic, but it's not working. I can't really clap into the mic because Discord's noise gate is too good. Thank you, Chris. It was a great time.
All right, well, I'll go over a couple things real quick. Okay, so Maury, You were Sergeant Bruce the Juice McTeague.
Bruce the Juice.
Okay.
That's amazing.
And your character concept or your shtick or whatever. Did you ever hear about or read about or see the movie or anything like that about the guy in World War II that just went to go fight in order to help people and like save their lives?
I did not.
Okay.
Fun story. Oh, there is a clap
So-
noise in there.
Is that the what is it? The one with Andrew Garfield?
It is. That is Andrew Garfield. Good
Oh,
job.
is that Saving Private Ryan or something?
No. Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the
boy,
idea,
we discover sounds.
like that was where that concept came from.
Nice.
Gorman Cobalt, you guys already figured that one out all the way. Amber Roads, all that was me being like alternate version history of Tiana. And what would it be like if she was, instead of like being interested in cooking and baking, she really wanted to be a professional wrestler?
I love it. I need that Disney movie.
Right? And so that was a lot of fun for me. Meep the Suddenly Brave is actually a character I made a long time ago. One of my first early characters. I did not like the idea that a person was predisposed to only be one thing, that they couldn't ever, change or grow or become a better person. So I was like, no, I want to play a goblin that starts out as a rogue and then becomes a paladin. And then rogue paladin, you actually can do some cool double up stuff with that because you can sneak and smite at the same time, so you can drop a whole bunch of
strong combo.
Yeah, it's a really surprisingly strong combo. And so you're not strength, you're dex, and that's why you roll things. I'm gonna put all this stuff in there. Azuria Frostmeadow. The other thing aside from the Door of the Explorer
Wait.
stuff.
Can I guess?
Okay, sure.
It has to do something with what you were saying at the end. Like I can take on. I'm like a spy that's really good at disguises, but like emotional disguises, not physical disguises.
Yeah, you're a method actor.
Okay, that makes sense.
I like it.
So, anyway, as a person who spent a lot of time in like theater and stuff in high school and stuff, so the starting concept was based on the character Cher from Clueless, and
Oh!
also the younger sister in 10 Things I Hate About You, with like the like I love my Prada backpack. I like my Skechers, but I love my Prada backpack. She's like, I love my Skechers. Like, so that's because you don't have a Prada backpack. That's definitely. So that is it. And then I'll show the other character sheets that I had written up for my other players and stuff, so you can see some of them. Wraithclaw I made him as a monster hunter, like from Monster Hunter the video game. He was a ranger barbarian fighter blend, and that was the Dragonborn that was tied up. That sword is phenomenal. That thing is like that one and Autumn Crescendo were like so much fun for me to make. And then John Talbane was a noble who was on a hunt and got bit by a werewolf, and his family rejected him from it, and he went to go join the werewolves. But it turns out that werewolf family was actually a werewolf village that was just trying to like keep growing their werewolf community, and like they were just basically taking anybody that got close, and like they got into a fight. Like there was a whole big thing. He was like, no, I'm in these guys. And John Talbane's actually the character name of the guy from Darkstalkers, excuse me. And he was actually a werewolf in that game. And he was based on like if you ever saw like Wolf, or like the Loop Guru or any of the other like movies that have come out where like the werewolf was not the bad guy, he was that. Because one of my buddies, like I made a lot of these for like in mind with people, and what's really really funny is like one of the guys that played Sergeant Bruce the Juice McTeague, who is based off that character from Hacksaw Ridge and whatever, he was like his great uncle or whatever actually served in that same unit with that same guy. Now they all kind of helped people, but like he was all about, like that was all that guy did. But it was really neat that he played a character that was based off someone that like that worked out really well. I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that. So that was like a really cool for real. All right, I love you guys. It's late.
I have one set of questions.
Yeah.
You had 3 secret rules. We figured out, are you enjoying yourselves? What were the other 2 secret rules?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me Didn't. Okay. So the names of your magic items, and then the fact that everybody got a bonus feat. Everybody started off with a bonus feat.
Ah, I don't think I ever figured out what mine was. But
No, yeah,
whenever you send the sheets, I will be excited to look at all the sheets, and the items and everything you've come up with. It's been a lot of fun. I had a great time. Thank you, Chris.
Yay!
It was good, but also I'm glad it's over.
That's how things are sometimes. But I guess to clear things up, we will have starting next week for the next 2 months. I don't think we'll have any breaks for any one shots or anything, and hopefully we'll be able to play every week. But we will be doing the Remnant Lunar Archon, and then probably Wednesday, the 2nd of April, I'm planning a fun, silly one shot for April 1st type time. I don't know if it's actually going to be like a April Fool's type joke, but I've got some funny ideas that I want to work on. So in 2 months, we'll be able to do that. That'll be the next break from Remnant before we come back the week after. On the recording side, thanks for everyone who came and stuck around and watched the Amnesia games. We appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful time with whatever else you're doing in your life. Goodbye!
Bye.
Bye.